experience with Camp Colorado was when I was probably about 9 years old. My neighbor had type 1 diabetes and he had gone the year before, and so I really wanted to go after seeing the video that they had made. And my younger brother also has type 1 diabetes, and he was then old enough to go, so we went together, and my older sister came as med staff because she was 18 at that time, so it was the perfect year to come.
I think my favorite part of camp is probably the zip line, because you get to go up on these big rocks and then you get to jump off into like this huge valley with it's just really cool. They have this huge thing in the middle of their lake that's called a blob, where you jump off this huge tower onto this big airbag, and then you crawl onto the end, and then someone else that's heavier than you jumps right off, and you go shooting into the air.
I think this is my 6th year at Camp Colorado. I started actually before I lived in Colorado. I came with a friend of mine who was a regular camp, and they knew I had diabetes and was interested and thought that'd be a great way to kind of learn more and to meet other people who had it. Because at that point, I was diagnosed an adult. I didn't really know anybody who had diabetes at that point.
That was 3 years ago, and I was in the cabin with 6 other girls, and I still talk to them today. We're really close. We became really good friends, and same thing with my brother cabin.
So far, I mean, I really like my cabin and all the guys that have been in it, getting to hang out with them, getting to play Gaga Ball, which is super fun. I just like playing all the games, like playing Nukem. So far, I haven't gone on the blob yet, but hopefully we can do that tomorrow and do some zip lining tomorrow.
I definitely, as an Eagle Lake counselor, I love what we do all summer. But this week has definitely been special in that because we get to work with these people, and they're awesome. I'm really enjoying the staff that they bring up and the attitudes of all the campers, because they definitely know how to listen, and they're awesome kids. So it's just been a great week so far, and it's definitely I've learned a whole lot in the past week about diabetes, and it's only been a couple days, but gaining a whole different perspective that I didn't have before, that I wish I did have before, and I wish everybody could have, that I've just gained in the week.
At Camp Colorado, I've met so many great people. Zip lining, oh my gosh, there's so many things. I caught, I don't know what kind of fish are in this lake, but I caught a fish and I ate it, and it didn't taste that good, but it's something I've never done before. This camp is a new experience every time I come. There's always new things.
The best thing about camp for me is being up with a bunch of diabetics. I never got to do camp as a kid, but as a med staff, I kind of consider myself a camper. And growing up, I didn't have many diabetic friends, if any. And so being around all these kids with diabetes and all checking our blood sugars at the same time and guessing whose is what and stuff is just a lot of fun.
Diabetes care on a day-to-day basis is 365, 7 days a week, nonstop, fearful, anxiety-ridden, and if we can do nothing else here at camp, if we can provide you a week where you can take a breath, you can sleep through the night for the first time maybe since your child's diagnosis, take full advantage of that. Allow that to happen. Don't feel like you have to be the martyr. Allow us to, as the camp people, to come in and try to do something or be able to be available to provide you something more than, even though we're providing so much for the kids, we're providing just an unbelievable service to the parents. And parents that aren't taking advantage of that, I know they're not doing that because of fear. And they have to let that go at some point, because it's so important for them to get a break and just be able to debrief and take a deep breath. And for the main thing, they need to sleep. Parents just need to sleep. And when they do that, they're going to be able to come back and be with that child in a much more, even more positive way than they were before.
So here in a little while, the kids are going to come down after eating lunch, and they're going to have all of their carbs that they ate for lunch. So what we're going to do as a med staff is we are going to sit down with them and we're going to talk about how much carb they ate, what their insulin dosing should be, what their activity this afternoon is going to be, and how much insulin to dose them for that meal.
And every kid's different too, so every ratio is different. It could be a pump, it could be a person on shots. Kind of depends on each individual kid.
A lot of math happens here.
We're in our cabins. So if you see someone else doing something super good, like you just did, you're gonna pass it on to them, okay? So you get one.
I did my first shot. My name is Brayden and I will be showing you our cabin. So there's 8 bunks throughout one cabin, and only 7 diabetics sleep in the cabin, and then 1 counselor sleeps in the cabin also. And then under the cabin, there's a hammock, and that's where our second counselor sleeps. So 1 counselor will sleep down here for a couple nights, and then he will go up, and then the other one that's been in the cabin will come down and sleep in the hammock.
I'm just so grateful to all of the people that make Camp Colorado happen. It just wouldn't be possible. We get individual gifts, we get sponsorships, we get corporate dollars, we get memorial donations, and it just simply wouldn't be possible without the giving and the gifting. So I, from the bottom of my heart and from all of our campers and from all of our volunteers, want to say thank you so much for making this possible. It means more than you'll ever know.